Shorter quarterback who was listed under 6 feet, lacks stature and has average arm strength, was not super productive in junior college, projects as a backup quarterback at a Power 5 level. Yeah, no, I don't agree.
Stetson Bennett always wanted to be a starting quarterback at the University of Georgia. It just took a while. Welcome to Before the Accolades, brought to you by Versace Boy ENT. Stetson Fleming Bennett IV, born in Blackshear, Georgia, October 28, 1997.
He was 3 years old, and we had been working on how to put your hands on a football, and I asked him what he wanted to do with it, and he said, I want to play quarterback at the University of Georgia.
From the day he told his father he wanted to be a quarterback at the University of Georgia,
well, let's go to work. We came up with a plan.
Stetson Bennett III did everything in his power to help his son achieve that dream.
Bought the lot next door to the pharmacy and made a football field there. Called it RX Field.
And so the Brantley Bandits travel football team was born.
So Stetson Bennett didn't grow up the coach's son. He grew up the owner of the team's son. So I better play quarterback.
Be clear, this is my daddy house.
Stetson Bennett would attend Pierce County High School in Georgia. Even that was a strategic move made by his father, Stetson Bennett III.
You know, I knew we were going to have to put up prolific numbers to get a chance to play quarterback at the University of Georgia. And so that's what we did. We went to play for somebody that could give us those numbers.
At Pierce County High School, Stetson would lead them to 2 consecutive state playoff appearances. He won the 3A Offensive Player of the Year as a junior when he threw for over 3,000 yards, 18 passing touchdowns, and also added another 547 rushing yards on the ground.
Who the fuck said that I'm not in my bag? Swear this is my mission and make this shit last. Worshipping numbers you swear won't crash. Shut the fuck up while I'm counting the shh. 24/7 I'm needing the cash. 365 man, that shit in my past. Niggas be acting they stay in the cast. Who the fuck said that I'm not in my bag? Plenty bands off of hustling.
He would follow that up as a senior, throwing for 4,000 yards, 40 passing touchdowns. So that boy Stetson was out there making a name for himself in Pierce County. And he was also making a name for himself around the recruiting trail.
How did you get the nickname, the Mailman?
Just your average nickname story. My center in high school, his dad was the mayor, and he had a USPS hat. And I wore it to camps to try to stand out because, you know, I look like everybody else in the world.
Unfortunately for the Mailman, no Power 5 team sent him a scholarship in the mail. Stetson would leave high school as a 2-star recruit and with only 1 FBS offer to Middle Tennessee State University. College coaches saw Stetson as too small to be a college quarterback. He left high school at only 5'9", 185 pounds. But that didn't stop Stetson from chasing his dreams.
Wanted to walk on rather than, take a scholarship to go play at one of those schools.
If I went to one of those schools and I started for 4 years and I tore it up, I'd always wonder what if, and I just didn't want to have that. And so I'm gonna go give it my best shot, and hey, if I'm not, then I'm not, but if I am, and I am.
In 2017, Stetson Bennett was able to walk on as a quarterback to the University of Georgia. So he was inching closer to achieving his dream. Now I'm on the team. Now I just need an opportunity. The opportunity wouldn't come that season. Stetson Bennett was redshirted as a walk-on freshman. Then Justin Fields decided to commit to UGA during that national signing period. So Stetson Bennett seen the writing on the wall.
I didn't go to Georgia to be on the team. I wanted to go see if I could start at Georgia. Once I saw that that wasn't gonna happen, I was like, all right.
So he decided to transfer to Jones County Community College in Mississippi to play his 2018 season.
I still thought that I was good enough to play somewhere big, so that's why I went JUCO instead of one of the other smaller schools I had to offer from.
It was awesome. I loved it. Just to try to get out of there and go to a bigger school just like everybody's goal is when they go to JUCO.
While at Jones County Community College, Stetson was able to lead them to a 10-2 record, a Mississippi Bowl win, and a conference championship appearance. And after the season, Stetson received a call from an old coach, Kirby Smart, because Justin Fields had decided to transfer to The Ohio State University. So Kirby called up Stetson and told him that he needed a backup for the upcoming season and would give him a scholarship to come back.
I was all revved up and ready to go to Lafayette, and then they called me, so I still thought I was good enough, and I could feel that in the back of my brain, and so ended up giving it another go.
So in 2019, Stetson served as Jake Fromm's backup, and he didn't get much action that season. At the end of the 2019 season, Jake Fromm declared for the NFL draft. So now it looks like there's an opening for Stetson to at least truly compete for the starting job, or maybe have it given to him because he was just a backup. Nope. Once again, some roadblocks got in Stetson's way. Jamie Newman, one of the most coveted graduate transfers, transferred into UGA from Wake Forest. JT Daniels, a former 5-star recruit out of high school, transferred in from USC. And then Dwayne Mathis, a transfer from, I believe, Ohio State, was also ahead of Stetson Bennett on that depth chart coming into the spring for UGA 2020. So Stetson was the 4th string. But then things started to clear up for Stetson. The roadblocks started getting out the way. Jamie Newman decided to opt out due to COVID. JT Daniels wasn't medically cleared due to an injury he had suffered the prior season at USC. So it was down to Dwayne Mathis, Stetson Bennett. Dwayne Mathis would start the first game against Arkansas that season, but played terribly. So poorly that he got benched in the game. And that's when Stetson Bennett took over. So okay, things looking good for Stetson now. He balled out, helped lead UGA to a win over Arkansas. So it's his time now, right? Stetson would go on to start the next 5 games of the season, and he would beat 2 top 20 ranked teams in Auburn and Tennessee in his first 2 career starts. But then he would lose 2 out of his next 3 starts and eventually lose the starting job to JT Daniels once he was cleared and ready to go. So Stetson had achieved his goal for a little bit, being UGA starting quarterback for 5 games. But you know, once you got a taste for something and you like it, a taste ain't enough. You gotta have it. So Stetson came in 2021 and battled JT Daniels again for that starting quarterback job. Stetson wouldn't win it. JT Daniels, the coveted 5-star, started the first game of the season in 2021 against Clemson, but he suffered an oblique injury that game, and after that, it was over with. Stetson Bennett seen his opportunity, and he wasn't gonna let it go. Once he became the starter, he started 12 out of the next 13 games in the 2021 season for the University of Georgia and led them to a national championship win over the University of Alabama. He even won the national championship offensive player of the game. He had over 200 passing yards and threw for 2 touchdowns. And those 2 touchdowns came on his final 2 passes of the game. That's player for real. Had to ice it on Bama. That's when the world started knowing who Stetson Bennett is. And now at the time of this recording, Stetson Bennett has UGA currently undefeated in his 2nd season as their full-time starter. He has them in the college football playoffs again, getting ready to face off against Ohio State. The chance to become the first quarterback in UGA history to win them 2 national championships. He was the first one in a long time to even win a national championship at UGA. He's currently viewed at the time of this recording as a 6th, 7th round NFL quarterback prospect, but you never know what happens down the road. He might become something in the NFL, but even if he doesn't, Stetson Bennett is a college quarterback legend forever. Definitely a UGA legend, no doubt. He's entrenched in our history and one of the most, if not the most accomplished quarterback in UGA history. And for that reason, he had to get it before the Accolades. And I want y'all to let me know who you want to see on the next Before the Accolades. Hit that like, subscribe button for me, please.